CCX Sports presents coverage of Northwest Suburban Conference girls basketball. Tonight, a rivalry matchup between District 279 rivals Osseo and Maple Grove. From Maple Grove High School, John Jacobson along with Ryan Iverson. Ryan, it has been a rough season, to say the least, for the Osseo Orioles. They come into play tonight 2-22. They had a mid-season coaching change, 17-game losing streak. Now, having said all that, when I talked to head coach Craig Moss a little while ago, he said the girls are having fun, which is we want to hear when your team's not winning a lot of games, but they're just working day by day to try to get a little bit better.
Listen, John, some of us at the high school level, even down to youth basketball, we get so caught up in winning and losing. We got to remember that it's all about building a character, building a program. Whether you're winning or losing, maybe they don't have the talent, but are the girls having fun? Are they getting better? Are they enjoying, are they learning lessons that are going to help them later in life, right? Things are hard. Do you quit? Do you fold the tent? Or do you persevere? Do you keep working hard? So it's a great teaching model for the rest of their life. And I always say in this Maple Grove Osseo rivalry, you got to throw records out. They know each other. It's competitive. I wouldn't be shocked to have a close game tonight.
Maple Grove's 19-5 on the season. They beat Osseo by 30 points a month ago at Osseo. And for Coach Mark Cook, they've got high aspirations. They want to win a conference title. They want to win a section title, get to state. They don't want to have any stumbling blocks here in the last week of the regular season.
Yeah, and these are trap games where you should win by pretty easy margin. But we talked to Coach Cook. He just said, listen, we're setting our own goals. We have a point total that we want to hold the other team down to. We want to work on some certain plays, some certain sets, and it's all about a crescendo, John. You're trying to build that momentum. You want to be playing your best, entering the section and hopefully the state tournament. So make no mistake about it, they're not taking this game lightly, and that's what great teams do. They don't play necessarily against their opponent. A lot of times they're playing against themselves.
Boys game to follow tonight live on CCX. It's Osseo Maple Grove high school girls basketball coming up next.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Tuesday night in Maple Grove, and it's Northwest Suburban Conference doubleheader. Varsity girls and boys, starting with the Orioles and the Crimson girls here tonight. Before we give you the starting lineups, let's go down to the third member of our broadcast crew, and Allie Arlt.
Guys, when it comes to a game like this with two teams that have records as opposite as they are, it's easy for the dominant team to kind of let their foot off the gas pedal a little bit. But Coach Cook says not tonight. Make no mistake, this is still a rivalry game. He says he can't remember the last time that Maple Grove swept Osseo in a season. He says tonight they have to stay focused. They still have goals on the line. They want a conference, section, and state championship for Osseo. Coach Moss says, you know what, we're just still trying to stay positive, but these girls are looking to have some fun. This is a rivalry game that they always look forward to, guys.
Thanks very much, Allie. Allie, Ryan, and Jay Wilcox will be along for the boys telecast later tonight here on CCX. Last week of the regular season, Ryan, and girls basketball, each team with a game left, and then the section seeding this weekend and section tournament next week.
Yeah, it's just flown by, hasn't it, John, the season? Here we are getting ready. Last week of the regular season, there's a look at the starting lineup.
For the Osseo Orioles, it's Brooke Heisler, Anna Corona, Jasmine Hayes, Jay Quate, and Sierra Mack. And for the Maple Grove Crimson tonight, Jordan Lamker, Autumn Malinar, Abby Schulte, Katrina Tice, and Becca Tyler.
How fun before the game. We got a chance to talk to Coach Darren Lamker, former Osseo head coach. Now at Edina, his daughter, of course, playing for Maple Grove, and he's just full of energy. You can see why when he went to Edina, immediately changed that culture and turned them into a good football program. And this should be a lot of fun tonight. I just think, you know, it's weird seeing Osseo with that record, isn't it? There's Coach Mark Cook, great job at Maple Grove in their 13th season. But I always go back to that, you know, Io Port, remember her? She's one of my all-time favorites. Because they've had so much talent come through Osseo. It's just bizarre to see them at 2-22.
Mark Cook's team 19-5. They're 9-2 in the Northwest Suburban Conference West.
You know, not only do these teams know each other, but the staffs know each other. They're brothers on both sides of it. They know each other very, very well.
Poitier and Tice in the opening possession to Maple Grove. Malinar getting it ahead. Lamker down on the block. Missed the shot. Gets it back. In the paint across for Schulte. And the reset back out top. Lamker. Top of the key. Now off for Becca Tyler. Tice in the left corner. Schulte to the cutting Tice and a push on Quate, who picks up an early foul here for Osseo.
Well, actually, yeah, lucky for Osseo. There's a look at Craig Mouse, the interim head coach right now for Osseo. That was a great pass, a great cut. Would have been an easy 2 points, but got the foul, and there's a turnover.
Turnover by Maple Grove. I asked Coach Moss, I said, are you going to be a candidate for the job permanently? He said, well, we'll sit down and talk about it after the season. Wouldn't commit one way or another right now, but getting through, and he said it's been it's great that the girls have stayed as positive as they have, and like I said, trying to improve each day in practice and games. But they know they're in for a tough one tonight. Scoreless first minute here at Maple Grove. Tice, couple of dribbles, and off for Schulte. Gets past her defender, then dishes it off, kicks it back out. Lamker can shoot the long ball, a little long on that shot, and rebounded by Quate. And the Orioles have their second possession, and this one through the hands of Jasmine Haynes and out of bounds. A turnover for the Orioles.
I'll tell you one thing good for Maple Grove. Lamker, you know, averaging over 10 points a game in double figures. She's only a 9th grader, so she's going to only get bigger and stronger and more experience too. Then if you're Osseo in a game like this, I think that missed shot and that turnover, they're big. If you could score early, maybe get Maple Grove playing with a little urgency or a little fear, you know, you never know what can happen. And right now, Osseo doing a nice job defensively, getting out, putting some pressure on Maple Grove, kind of setting that tone defensively.
Malinar, the inbound. Malinar and Tice have been their top scorers this season. Malinar, 3 is not good, but the rebound comes to Lamker. And Schulte will reset back out top, back to Malinar, right wing.
You can see Osseo playing a 3-2 or 1-2-2 zone defense, and they're trying to force Maple Grove into perimeter shots. And so far, it's worked. There's a nice penetration. That's what you got to do. Malinar drives baseline hard. You got to attack a zone defense like it's man-to-man. A lot of times you'll see offenses get stagnant and almost like you lose your aggressiveness against the zone. And I like to see Malinar getting to the basket there, putting some pressure on that defense.
Fouls on Taya Hampton, her first, team second. Tice on the block, back out to Schulte. Free ball from the left side from Tyler, not good, and rebounded by the Orioles. And then the knockaway by Maple Grove, but Osseo retains possession.
Nice ball movement by Maple Grove. Usually you make those extra passes, you see that shot fall. But again, a shot from the perimeter, that's exactly what Osseo wants.
Sierra Mack passing out high, Jasmine Haynes with it. Driving is Heisler. Now comes back out, missed on the pass, trying to get it to Hampton, and behind her. And Another Orioles turnover.
Well, actually, I thought she got away with a double dribble there. It looked like she had picked her dribble up and tried to dribble again. And, you know, that's what happens when you try to force things.
So we remain scoreless nearly 3 minutes into this first half. And this one behind Lamker, and over and back call. To the corner, Schulte. Off the front of the rim, not good. Tice rebounds. Lamker back out.
Nice pass.
Malinar is there.
Nice job. That's a really nice play by Lamker. She didn't settle for the open three. Shot fake and got into the teeth of that defense. Made the extra pass. Malinar does a nice job cutting. That's what you got to do against the zone. You got to move, because the girl that's guarding you isn't necessarily keeping her eye on you. You got to move to that open spot. Nice job. Easy first basket.
Orioles trying to work for a good shot. Drive, but Tice there defensively and helps force the turnover on the MAC drive. Now Maple Grove back on the offensive. Drive by Lamker. Schulte to Tice. Schulte whipping it into Lamker. On the floor, picked up by Tyler. And now Schulte out high. Go to Malinar right side. Well, give and go there, and 2 points for Schulte.
Nice cut by Schulte. She initiated the offense at the top of the key and didn't stand put. That was the old give and go, John. Back in the 40s when you were playing, that is a very common play right there, and you can see it still works.
Yes, we had the set shot that was so popular back then. Lamker. Now to Schulte and to Tice in the corner.
I like what Maple Grove's done. I think they recognized they were settling for those jump shots. And now they're cutting, they're moving, and they're taking the kind of shot that they want to take.
Malinar three. Missed, but there's Schulte for the offensive rebound and able to score.
Oh, and you can see Osseo a little bit slow to box out and go after those rebounds. That's where you got to have a little bit more urgency, because they're getting missed shots, but just not going to ball. You got to attack that ball. And here's a look at that line. There's a long, watch the carom off of this three. And again, all you see is a black jersey going after that easy basket for Schulte. She's got two layups from the same spot.
So 6-0, and then a turnover. Ball in the hands of Schulte again to Malinar. And Maple Grove back on the offensive again. Here's Lamker. Down low, Tice. Back out to Schulte. Malinar hits 42% on three. Missed her first couple, but connects here.
And she got that quick release. Almost looked like she was going to reverse it and just stepped into it and buries it. It's good to get one of those long-range shots to go in. They had missed their first four.
We get an offensive foul whistled here on Osseo. It's going to be on Heisler. The last basket again.
There's a look at Malinar. I mean, look at her kind of facing the top of the key, just squared up. Defender was right there too. That's a big time shot. There's a reason why she's one of the leading scorers in the metro area, right at 16 points.
Going to Wayne State in Nebraska next year for college basketball. Tice puts it on the deck, takes it to the basket. Oh, an offensive foul on Tice. Good job holding her spot and drawing the charge by Maggie Bauer.
Well, Maggie did a nice job. Watch her come over on the bottom of our screen here, help defense. Yeah, and she was clearly there. That's just unselfish play. That's the kind of effort Osseo needs if they're going to try to make some plays to get into this game.
First Crimson foul of the game. And a timeout taken by Craig Moss.
Well, I think he recognized that Kawate caught the ball in that corner. The last thing you want to do is hold that and allow the double team to come on you.
These teams in the same conference, but they play in different sections. Osseo part of section 5-4A and Maple Grove up in section 8-4A, where St. Michael Albertville will be the top seed, and Maple Grove figures to be the number 2 seed. And had to have the Knights beat the Crimson in the holiday tournament back in December. And tonight's game not only on CCX but apparently on Sports Center. They have one announcer, no cameras, but you know, you got national exposure.
Oh, there's a look at the crew right there. That's a great.
Better
right
dressed
there.
than us.
Yeah, I love Maple Grove Osseo. It brings out good fans, right? The spirit, the energy at these double headers is always very high, and I always like it too for the girls' games because it brings a lot of people, extra people that maybe don't always get a chance to see the girls' teams play. They come early, and it's really a win-win for everybody. Yeah, Osseo, you're going to have that same section with Park Center, and it's always a tough out there. And of course,
Champlain Park,
Champlain
Centennial,
Park.
really good. They're a really tough section.
Maple Grove, you know, historically it's been dominated by the St. Michael Albertville girls, but they played a close game earlier. I think Coach Cook would welcome that championship matchup, and should be a pretty evenly matched game.
Well, the section last year won by Elk River, went on to win the state championship. Now they're down quite a bit this year. Lost their top 6 players.
I'd expect Jay Wilcox to bring that up, being that he's an Elk graduate, but Elk River was great last year.
Tice, great pass from Malinar, and one.
Malinar showing her shooting ability earlier that time. Great pass. She led her team. Watch her lead this pass. She's bringing it down, and again, it's kind of a give and go, but watch Malinar where she puts this ball. Only where her teammate could get her, and Tice is able to catch. And I love what Tice, she didn't pause, John. She didn't wait. She caught it, went right up, took the contact, still had a good angle, and with a chance here for a three-point play. That was beautiful basketball.
That was on Brooke Heisler, her second. Tice misses on the free throw, but it's her first basket of the night. Now 11-0 Crimson after a slow start offensively, starting to get them some things to work inside for them. Latte up and in, gets Osseo on the board.
Well, she's got some quickness, and she can shoot that jumper. I like what they did. They got her the ball in the middle of the floor, trying to let her operate, and she just took the jump shot. Nice shot.
Malinar way off on that three, and Quate rebounds.
Let's see if they go back to Quate with a little bit of confidence. She's got some good athleticism. See if she can get something going again to the basket. Sometimes, John, when you're having a hard time scoring, that first one falls for you, and then your whole team can relax a little bit, and sometimes things come a little bit easier after that first basket.
Inbound play here for Osseo into the paint, intended in the middle for Quate. Tice takes it. Missed underneath by Malinar, out of bounds off Maple Grove. Osseo
lucky to get
might have
that
got a
one,
break there.
I love, and referees do such a great job, John. It's such a hard job to do. But you can tell sometimes when they have no idea which way to go, they pause for a second and then just pick a side.
Here's Taya Hampton. Picks up her dribble. Tice out defensively on her. Gets it to Bauer. And has it taken away by Tice. Quate trying to catch up. Does, but commits the foul.
Well, good hustle by Quate. And I'll tell you, Tice has been all over the floor. Had a nice basket, a couple of steals. And that's just good hustle. And the other thing you do, you get the foul before the shot attempt. So that's just great hustle.
That is 2 on Quate, though. And
you're going to keep her in the game.
She'll stay in right now. Inbound to Tice, back out to Lauren Moline, who's in the game of 31. Now it's Malinar from the corner and hits her second three.
Well, what I love about her is she just missed a couple and no hesitation whatsoever. That's what great players, great shooters. You got to have a short-term memory, right? You got to have the confidence to keep shooting. And that time they left her wide open. She took her time. She buried it. Oh.
And traveling whistled on Osseo on Sierra Mack. Well defended out on the perimeter there by Schulte, and a turnover forced. Look at that last basket. Malinar open.
You know, and that's where you got to have communication for Osseo on defense. Autumn Malinar, one of the best shooters, one of the best players in the area. You got to have an awareness on where she is. She's just too good of a three-point shooter as well.
Sam Carroll's number 33. She's got the ball now out top. Quick pass to Moline.
When you see Maple Grove is cutting there, John, but they're not looking for the ball. They've been able to get those give and go cuts. See right there, you can see that was a good cut by Sam Carroll. She's got to look for that ball.
Inside to Tice, drew the double team and also draws the foul. And Tice will go to the free throw line.
Well, John, I know as broadcasters, we're supposed to be neutral, but what about Allie down on the sideline wearing crimson pants? She's wearing Maple Grove colors.
I always try to be careful on game day, not to wear an orange or a crimson.
Absolutely.
Foul is on Hampton. So Osseo 6 team fouls spread among 3 players. 2 fouls each on Heiser, Quante, and Hampton.
Well, pretty good balance.
Right. Tice unable to connect at either free throw. Quick run out. Oh, and then Tice gets back defensively and gets a huge block.
I think that was Jaden Klein. I know she got the shot block, but I love that she just went and attacked. But again, Tice really been all over the floor offensively and defensively early.
Moline a little long on the 3, rebounded by Bauer. As Klein off on her left. That one missed by Hampton, had an open look at it. And we're going to get a foul on Moline, or excuse me, on Molinar.
Yeah, let's take a look at Katrina Tice's block. Watch her get her timing down. Yeah, she's got those long arms. That was a clean block. She's had a couple of steals, a nice block, a couple of baskets. She's had a great all-around game here so far.
Jasmine Haynes at the line here for Osseo, shooting 2.
You know, and little things like that, you get to the free throw line, you got to knock them down when you're struggling, especially when you're struggling to score. You got to get free throws. When you earn a trip to the free throw line, you got to convert.
Paige Hinsey, number 44, into the lineup for the first time tonight here for Maple Grove, the senior. Second one also not good, but an offensive rebound, and the loose ball on the floor, and take away for Maple Grove.
Well, nice hustle by Molinar. She did not give up on that play, got on the floor, kept it alive for Maple Grove.
Lamker to Schulte. Lamker looking, Molinar comes off a screen and gets the release by Schulte and feeds her for 2.
That was a great pass and a nice job by Schulte, John. She kept going, and the defender turned her back to help, and Schulte got to the rim. Beautiful pass by Molinar.
Drive to the baseline, and then a pass back out to Hampton. Going to get the bounce pass from Molinar, able to step in front of Haynes and gets the steal. Putting it on the deck, Moline draws contact and she'll go to the line for 2.
I think Moline was going to shoot the 3 ball, and then she looked in front of her, realized no one was there, and made a smart play, just put her head down, got to the basket, drew contact. Why settle for a 3 when you can get all the way to the rim? Smart play.
And Moline able to connect on the first one. Heisler back in for Osseo. Allie Hinsey, 5'10" sophomore guard, in for Maple Grove. 1 out of 2 for Moline, and the rebound decline. Step back here for Klein. Shot won't go. Rebound taken out by Hinsey. Now Paige Hinsey to Lamker. Ooh, Lamker yet to score tonight. Pass a little high and out of bounds.
That time Lamker was looking to her right. She actually had Hinsey on the roll. It was a screen and roll, and Hinsey was open to the left.
A 17-2 Maple Grove, ball out of bounds, knocked away by Lamker, still Osseo basketball. Just under 7.5 minutes to play here in the first half.
Well, Osceo's just struggled, John, getting anything going to the basket. Everything, a lot of turnovers out on the perimeter and just having a hard time getting anything at the basket. That time, a beautiful offense, a great lob pass from beyond the three-point line all the way down to Heisler, and she's able to just catch, did a nice job of sealing the defender off, and that was an easy basket. Nice offense.
Haynes, nice assist on that.
Yeah, that's not an easy pass, too, from that angle. You throw it too high, it can go too far, go out of bounds. If you throw it short, it's going to get stolen. That was just perfect.
Einar lines up another three, missed, rebounded by Moline into the hands of Lamker in some traffic.
Oh.
Basket and one.
Yeah, I think Osseo thought it was going to be a travel. It did look like Lamker might have shuffled that foot, but give her credit. She kept going, and I'll tell you, for a freshman, she's got good length and good strength. Watch her fight through this contact right there. Yeah, that was a pretty good move.
Fouls on Heisler. It's her third, so she's going to have to come out. And Quate back in for Osseo.
I'll tell you, if she's got the competitive nature of her dad, she's going to do just fine.
Darren's soulmate said, she's a much nicer person than I ever was as a player.
Well, I'll tell you.
She hands the ball to the referees, helps a opponent up. She said, I was never like that.
See, I think Darren gets a bad rap that he's, he comes across as maybe not the friendliest. He's actually one of the friendliest, kindest people that I know. It's okay to have that fiery, competitive edge. And you can turn it off, too, when the game's off and be a wonderful person. But his competitiveness is contagious. And I'm sure, with Jordan only a freshman, she's at this level already. And all of his kids are competitive. And that's what you get when you grow up in the Lamker household.
Maple Grove in the bonus, but Lamker unable to convert on the front end of the 1-and-1 there. That's the 19th foul, that last one on Osseo on Klein. And then Klein gets blocked, but Lamker got some arm too and commits the foul. Her first, team third.
Well, give Jaden Klein some credit. She's one of the only ones attacking the basket. I know she had a shot blocked earlier on that nice block that we saw by Tice, but she's continuing to stay confident and get to the basket and you put the pressure on the officials. What do we always say, John? You got to make the officials make that call, and a lot of times you'll get that call, and she takes advantage by knocking the free throw down.
Klein's been their leading scorer, just over 9 points per game. That's her first today. Second one off the back iron. Tice rebounds for Maple Grove. And Schulte will bring it ahead here for the Crimson. Lamker looked at the basket, but then passes back out.
Well, that's pretty good poise, too, for a freshman, right? I mean, the first open shot, a lot of young players just take it and recognizing that, hey, we haven't been hitting our threes that great. Let's work it around, take some clock, and get a great shot. That's pretty poised for a freshman.
Young backcourt. Schulte, a sophomore. Lamker, the freshman. Ball knocked out of bounds by Klein, still Crimson basketball.
Well, that's Becky Tyler, number 24. If she would have taken one dribble to the baseline, she could have fed Tice and led her right into the basket. That's a tough angle with that defender right there.
Tice gets the inbound to Tyler, right back to Tice. Couldn't finish. Ball on the floor. We get a hold and a foul. Going to be whistled against Osseo. And now Maple Grove in the double bonus. And Allie Hinsey will go to the line to shoot two.
Well, what a nice out of bounds play, right? Against the zone. You fire it up top. The inbounder just steps right in. And Tice had point blank look, just a little bit strong, but nice follow up there by Allie Hinsey. Of course, the younger sister of Paige Hinsey. And free throws have been hard to come by so far for both teams in this game.
Maple Grove now 1 for 7. Make it 2 for 8 from the line. But they still lead by 16 here with 6 minutes to play in the first half.
John, I got to give you some credit for your broadcasting. I always tell my 4th grade son Max that I never missed 2 free throws in a row in a game. Well, he pulled out the old Channel 12 tape against Hopkins from 1996, and I did miss 2 in a row, and so I came home from work one day, and he was waiting, had your voice all queued up.
Nice. Did I say that was you never see that, the Ryan Iverson misses?
No, you were such a pro Hopkins that game. You started clapping when I missed both of them.
Timeout on the floor. So for Osseo, you've got to try to generate more offense, and they don't score a lot of points, so you're not going to get a ton of opportunities necessarily, or you haven't been able to do that so far this year, but that's obviously the goal here for the rest of the half. Finish strong.
Yeah, you finish strong, and I mean 16 points is a lot when you're having difficulty scoring, but you just want to get something going to the basket. You got to have a goal of, hey, let's just not turn the ball over. Let's try to get something going to the basket. If we get it blocked or we miss the shot, that's okay. We'll live with that. We just got to have good possessions. If you look at it in a micro view, every possession, if it's a good possession, they add up to more points. It's simple as that. And again,
I'm still thinking about you missing 2 free throws. Really?
Oh, you're still excited about it because Hopkins won that game.
Schulte with the steal all the way to the basket and scores.
And great defense by Schulte, but again, there's a possession where you don't even get a shot out of it. I'll tell you, if I'm Coach Mouse, I'm telling our girls, attack the basket. You got nothing to be scared of. Get going to the basket. Everything's kind of going on the outside here on the perimeter.
Klein holding out top. Trying to look for some movement or a cutter, trying to work her closer to the basket. Bauer now able to get it to Haynes. Haynes out on the wing. Starts a drive on Tice. Turns. Tice got a piece of that. And another block inside. And the missed shot by Quate. Back comes Maple Grove quickly offensively. Lampker unable to finish. Malinar, though, turns around, got the offensive rebound. She misses. And it's pulled down by the Orioles.
Well, and to Osseo's credit, I mean, they're having trouble scoring, but defensively, they've held Maple Grove to only 23 points so far. So, I mean, they've done a decent job defensively.
Haynes misses on the 3. Bauer offensive rebound and scores.
And again, if you just get shots off, great things can happen. You get a crazy bounce. There's a nice drive by Malinar. But you get offensive rebound. You got chances down by the rim. And that's why I think turnovers for Osseo's offense is such a key component. If they can just take care of the ball. And there's Haynes with the long 3, but a nice rebound by Bauer. That was not an easy shot. She took that shot right over Tice, who's long and already had a couple of blocks. That was a big shot by Bauer. Nice play.
The foul's on Quate. It's her 3rd. She'll come out. Hampton back in. Malinar, 71% free throw shooter. And gets them both here. 10 points now for the senior. Hampton pass and into the front court. Come the Orioles. Corona getting the pass away. Now it's Bauer with it, and then a reach from behind and a foul on Maple Grove.
Those are the kind of habits I think Coach Cook was talking about of, we don't want to get into reaching. We don't want to get out of place. You're going to win the game more than likely.
Inside, Hampton makes a nice move on Tyler and able to score.
Well, I thought Hampton did a great job, John, of going to get that ball. That ball hung in the air. She went after it like an animal, able to corral it and finish strong. Again, going to the basket, Osseo has had some success.
Tice and finds the cutter, Becca Tyler, for 2.
That was a really nice play because it was back-to-back cutters. One gal went right down the lane, and then right behind her was Becca Tyler, and she got a wide open look. Nice pass, too.
Haynes' little spin move, picks up her dribble, and their pass through the hands of Hampton. Maple Grove forcing the turnover, will get possession back.
For Maple Grove, Sam Carroll, 33.
Sam Carroll back into the lineup for the Crimson, number 33. She'll inbound it here. And traveling on Schulte. Corona lobs a nice inbound to Hampton to the basket to score.
Well, how about that pass from half
That was
court?
a great pass.
Nice job too on the pass, but nice job by Hampton too. She's 2 baskets in a row. Nice job sealing, pushing that defender up the lane so there's some room for her to catch and finish. Nice job, nice offense. And again, another great post feed too, all the way from half court.
Carroll in the corner to Schulte. Lamker looking. Schulte drew the double team and she cut, then into the middle to Lamker. Draws a double team herself. That's to come back out with it. And to don't force anything there. And then we reset. Tice going inside. Bounce pass Tyler to Lamker trying to attack, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Well, some nice passing by the Crimson there. They do a nice job. They move that ball and then they cut. And again, if you can attack the defense and get into the middle like that, and Jordan Lamker's done a nice job of getting that ball down low. And here you can tell she's got a knack for getting fouled.
Lamker hitting the first free throw. She's got 4 points. A foul on Hampton, her third. So there's 3 Osseo players with 3 fouls apiece here.
Yeah, and Hampton's got to be careful because if she were to get another one, she's really been the offensive threat for the Orioles. They need her to be able to stay in the game.
Jaden Klein gets it to Hampton here. Bauer. Left wing, Haynes. Out of Corona. Hampton open, driving, and
nice
draws
play.
the contact and the foul.
That was very well set up. I love how Hampton's not hesitating, John. She is attacking right at the rim. Watch her watch this sidestep right there to get that ball and goes right between the 2 defenders. Nice job of splitting the defense, forcing Becca Tyler to foul her. And Hampton goes to the line, misses the first one. You can see in the background there's Coach Nick Schroeder and Coach Tyson for Osseo. Of course, used to coach together, talking a little pregame smack to each other.
Both free throws missed, but then Tyler can't corral the rebound, and Osseo will keep possession.
Not, they're good friends, but not giving each other any inclination of what they're going to run or do tonight.
5-second call. Well defended by Maple Grove on the inbound. They'll get it back.
And that's just where you're 2 and 22, but you got to play with urgency, right? Those are the kind of mistakes you can't do. 5 seconds, you got to give someone a chance to go get the ball. You got to at least try. That was close to 5 seconds too.
Yeah, it was. Inbound, Schulte brings it to the front court. Carroll open as Tice. She'll drive to the basket, and a defensive foul. If that's on Hampton, that is her 4th.
Well, I thought that time Tice did a nice job. I thought she was going to pull up from about 12 feet, and she just kept going, attacked the basket, and got the contact. And pretty good defense.
They're going to call it on Klein.
Oh.
That's only her 3rd. So
she's good.
There's 4 players now with 3 fouls each. Tice connects after missing their first 3 free throw tries. And 1 more coming. Second one also good.
It's them both.
So Maple Grove starting to heat up from the free throw line after struggling early. Latest 20 with under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Haynes pass deflected through her hands. Tice ends up with it.
Again, Tice all over the floor, very active. She's got those long arms too. You got to ball fake her.
And a push now. We're going to get the foul on Hampton, pushing Tice, trying to push her off the block. away from the ball. And Taya Hampton with 4 fouls here in the first half.
You know, that might have been a foul, but that's one of those where it really wasn't by the, had no impact. The referees, I mean, she's fighting. You got to just let that go.
First free throw missed. Ball doesn't lie, right?
That's what I would always say, yep. After a fall like that, the ball never lies. Although there was a couple times where I did not get fouled and went to the free throw line and made them, so. But I certainly would let the opposition know if they didn't get fouled and they missed that first one, you'd always tell them the ball never lies.
Second one is good, though.
It does lie sometimes,
yeah.
though.
Tice will get a rest here. She has played a nice half, hasn't she?
Yeah. And not even just from a point standpoint, her activity on defense, and whether it's defending the perimeter or down low rebounding or blocking shots, she's made some nice passes. She's gotten a couple of and-one opportunities. She's kind of done it all. She's been very, very effective.
Bauer gets her shot blocked from behind by Carroll. Maple Grove back into the front court with just over a minute to play in the half. Allie Hinsey through the hands of Moline, who corrals it. Out high to Paige Hinsey, and now into the hands of Schulte. Trying to settle the Crimson down here for this possession.
Let's see if they look to attack the middle of that zone there. There's cutters and there's high post. Let's see if they're able to get that.
Ball knocked away, and it's off of Allie Hinsey. Well defended that time by Jazz Haynes of Osseo. Mark Cook doesn't think it went off his player, but that should be an Osseo inbound. Quate, right wing. Here's Bauer. Left side, 3-try for Mack. Not good. Rebounded by Bauer. Back out to Mack and knocked away by Hinsey.
You know, Bauer's played pretty well too. She had a nice basket earlier off of offensive rebound. That time does a nice drive and kick, gets her teammate a nice looking shot. Mack just not able to knock it down.
Under 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Bauer back out to Mack. Now it's Corona. Schulte defending on her. Bauer open for a 3. Missed and rebounded by Paige Hinsey. Final seconds here. Schulte let one fly at the buzzer and missed as we go to halftime. And the Crimson with a 32-11 lead here at the half. For the most part, able to do, I think, what they wanted to do, right? Yep. Offensively.
Yeah, I thought, I think Coach Cook would like to see him shoot a little bit better from the outside. Maybe not settle for some of those jump shots, make a few more of their free throws. But overall, when you got a 21-point lead at half, you're most likely going to be happy with that.
Let's go down now to Allie Arlt standing by with Craig Moss.
Coach, fouls aside, your defense has been holding strong. What are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, our defense is doing okay, but we got to find a way to put the ball in the basket. 11 points, we got to find a way, and we have to have more patience, hard cuts, and put some pressure on them.
I know the girls are still having fun with this game, but what's your message going into half?
Well, we got to have patience on offense, hard cuts, put some pressure on them defensively.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Guys.
Thanks, Allie. Some of the youth girls basketball players getting a chance to play on the varsity court here at halftime.
Well, and that very team right there beat my daughter's team by 40 a couple weeks ago. So I'm excited.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm excited to scout them here. I'm going to get my phone out and record this game. So I have some scouting tips for the state tournament coming up in a couple weeks.
32-11, Maple Grove leading Osseo in a varsity game. We'll take a break, come back. More high school girls basketball from Maple Grove High School on CCX after this timeout.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
(32-11). Maple Grove leads Osseo at halftime. So the youth girls basketball players getting a chance to show their skills on the floor. Highlights from the first half, and as expected, mostly Maple Grove in this one. Pretty patient offensively early on. Missed some shots from the outside. Had some turnovers early, but then able to work the ball inside. Brian, you saw Mlinar hitting that one. On this one from the outside, certainly a capable outside shooters. Knocked down a couple of three-pointers tonight, but there's the patience and the finding the cutter. That time Tice to the basket, able to score and one. And the shot up. Osseo able to get some baskets for Heisler, able to score inside.
Well, that was kind of a synopsis right there, a turnover leading to a basket. I thought Osceo's best offense was when they were throwing the ball over the top to Hampton. And here's a nice offensive rebound. Going way up to get it. Nice job by Maggie Bauer. And again, for Maple Grove, you know, you had Mlinar. Here's another one from half court on the side out of bounds. You know, Mlinar hit a couple threes, but otherwise I thought they did a nice job of hitting those cutters and getting into the teeth of that zone defense. And really good balance, too, is evident there by the scoring leaders.
Mlinar with 10, Schulte with 8, Tyson Lamker 5 apiece, Hampton with 4 to lead Osseo. 32-11, Crimson lead the Orioles at half. More girls basketball on CCX after this.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
A lot of celebrities here for tonight's doubleheader, including television's Jay Wilcox, star of Screen and Stage. You're talking with head coach Nick Schroeder, your old AAU teammate and Maple Grove head coach.
Yeah, it should be a fun second part of our doubleheader. Good crowd. You can feel, you always feel the energy, John, just starting to build and rise. It gets a little bit warmer in here, and of course they added those baseline bleachers and a lot of kids. It's just a fun atmosphere when these two teams play against each other, regardless of what the talent level is or what the outcome is.
Let's go back down to the floor. Allie Arlt standing by with Mark Cook.
Coach, up by 21 at half, but I know there are some things in that first half that you didn't see out of your team that you would have liked to.
Yeah, I thought there were times that we let down a little bit defensively, and a big thing that we've been working on is blocking out and controlling the glass, and gave up too many offensive rebounds. But all in all, they played hard.
What is something you would like to see your team perfect in this second half?
Perfection, wouldn't that be nice? I think that right now we can work on shot selection. We can work on, again, making sure we own every rebound. Those are things I think that we as a team need to continue to get better at.
Could be your first time sweeping Osseo in a while.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Guys.
All right, thanks, Allie. Thanks to both coaches for taking a few moments with us. And the coach, you're never happy. I mean, we did Ken Novak's game last Friday, and like you had said, you'd think they were 8-20 instead of 23-1.
Yeah, that's just the coach's mentality. You're always thinking of ways, how can we get better? And the biggest thing you guard against, John, is complacency, right? You don't want your team to be overconfident or to slip. You're always thinking, what do we have to do to get to that next level? And so I'm sure in the second half, he probably told his starters, listen, you're going to get maybe 10 minutes of this half, come out and dominate these first few minutes. And then it's a good opportunity to get some of the girls that maybe don't get to play a lot of varsity minutes a chance to play.
Osseo really dominated this series early when Maple Grove opened 20 years ago and won for the first several seasons. Well, earlier this year, it was Maple Grove winning by 30, but they'd split last year during the regular season.
Well, of course, and you had Kiara Russell for years, a very talented guard. I think she had Arizona State, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, just some really good talent, really, at both of these schools, and that's why it's been such a fun and equal rivalry. Of course, Maple Grove not sweeping Osseo forever, and that's the fun thing about high school is it can change year to year depending on the kids coming up and what the classes and the youth programs below you do.
So we're underway here in the second half. Jasmine Haynes with the basketball in her hands. 3-point try for Heisler. Spins out, and Molinar gets fouled from behind by Haynes.
I'll tell you what, Coach Maus talked about cutting hard. That time, even though they missed that shot, there was some good cuts, and that's what actually enabled that open look there from the perimeter. So I like the motion and the movement out of that Osseo offense really, really well there on that first possession.
Tice finds the open player, and Schulte gets fouled, and we'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, nice ball movement. Top of the key to the right wing, bam, right away. Abby Schulte cuts to the basket, and that's what you got to do. You attack that right into the defender, you're going to get that foul called more often than not.
Heisler picks up the foul. That's her 4th. Hampton already has 4. Schulte's second one also good. I like her game. She's good defensively and quick. Can certainly score. And
she makes quick decisions too. She's got a quick first step. She can shoot. She's unselfish. Rebounds. She's got good length at 5'9". And you know, you mentioned it earlier, but her and along with Jordan Lamker, only a 9th grader, they got some youth on this Maple Grove team that'll be coming back for the next couple of years.
And a steal, but then Molinar couldn't quite get free, and Osseo takes it right back. Haynes will drive. Baseline shot. Not good by Quate, but Osseo retains possession back into the hands, right corner of Haynes. Couple dribbles for Mack. Now he'll hang on to it. Quate. Corona and back out. Now Corona left side. Into the paint, ball knocked away. Lamker gets the steal, doesn't have the numbers, and pulls it back out. Molinar lines up a 3 off the iron and rebounded by Heisler. Corona into the hands of Mack. Back to Corona. Corona, tough
nice
shot
move.
in traffic and scores.
That was a nice move, a little hesitation. She's got good strength, able to get in there. And I thought the last possession she overpassed, and that time she got into the middle there and was able to finish with a really nice floater. And that's what Osseo's got to do. They got to look to attack, take shots at the basket, try to get all the way to the rim, and put some pressure on Maple Grove's defense. You know, a lot of times when you're guarding a team and you don't feel like there's a possibility of them driving on you, you relax and you become, you know, confident in getting steals. I think Osseo's got to just attack.
I've seen Molinar heat up from the outside. Hasn't happened yet tonight. She's been a long off on her shot. She made a couple of threes, but missed at least a good half dozen, I'd say. And a foul on Tyler and the attacking drive by Heisler, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Well, and again, you just see good things happen when you don't settle and you don't just hang around the perimeter, whether it's via a cut or dribble penetration. This time, Heisler goes right into it, and might have been a little bit of body contact there. And Becca Tyler looked like she got a clean block. I think she got her with the body a little bit, and Heisler knocks down the first free throw.
Jaden Klein back in for Osseo. Second one rims out. Tice rebounds. Lamker front court to Schulte to the corner to Moline or to Molinar. Not good. Rebound pulled out by Quate.
Well, I know she missed that, but like I said in the first half, I love the confidence. You missed 2, 3, 4 in a row, but that was a good look for her, and that one just rimmed in and out.
Quate cutting takes a nice feed from Corona and scores.
That was a beautiful play, a pick and roll, and Quate just rolls right to the front of the rim, and Osseo off to a nice start here in the second half as far as offense goes.
Tyler to Malinar, back out high they go between the circles. Schulte finds Malinar cutting to the basket and traveled through the defense tour, but turned it over. And it's Osseo basketball.
Well, so far Osseo outscoring Maple Grove 5-2 here to start the second half. And I think if you're Coach Mouse, that's exactly what you're doing. You can see the girls are having fun. Heisler's got a smile on her face and just relax and play basketball. And they've been a little bit more aggressive, good ball movement, some nice cuts. There's a good screen and cut.
Out comes Paynes for the basketball. Hand it back to Heisler. Schulte gets her, Tyler gets right in her face and heads release the pass to Corona. Tice gets a hand on that ball, but back into the hands of Heisler. Draws a double team and Tyler takes it away. Carroll to Schulte. She'll attack the basket. Really didn't have anywhere to go there. It's out of bounds off of Osseo. We should have sent it to the guys at Sports Center at halftime. We could have filled some time. Lamker lost the ball on the dribble. Looked like she was fouled by Heisler, and if it's so, that would be her fifth.
She just plays strong, right? I mean, that was a great out of bounds. She cut right down the middle, and you can see how she gathered her strength and her power and was getting ready to go up, but she was fouled.
Foul was on Haynes, her third. Tice rebounds the missed three. Her shot won't go. And Quate rebounds for Osseo.
I'll give Osseo a ton of credit. They're competing now. They're challenging all those shots. In the first half, a lot of times they'd let that go. They're starting to go after rebounds, too. I like the energy and the effort that Osseo's playing with.
Quate, three players around her, has to go back out with a pass to Heisler.
Give it to her. He's open down on the baseline.
Heisler driving, in some trouble. Bounce pass nicely out for Klein. 3-point shot left side for Haynes. Won't go. Another offensive board for Osseo. And then a foul on Maple Grove. And you're right, Osseo in that first half really on the rebounding, kind of standing around a lot. Not so much here in the second half.
No, they're going after it. Offensive and defensive rebounding. They got an offensive rebound there, keeping the possession alive. They you can just tell though, John, they got to work so hard to score. You know, they don't have that one player that can go get them a basket. I think Quate and, you know, maybe Hampton when she was in the game with her post-ups, but as far as guard play, they just haven't had that ability.
Here's a steal for Lamker, and she gets fouled by Keaton Knutson, a sophomore, number 15, who's now into the game for Osseo.
I'll tell you what I love is you see how Jordan Lamker, right before she shot that, she used her body. Watch right before she goes up here. She uses her body to shield the defender. See where she puts the ball. And what that does is that makes the defender, in that case Knutson, have to reach across her body. And it's a great, great practice for all you young players because it forces the defender to foul you.
22, Tia Hampton returns.
You know, when you're big and strong too, like Jordan Lamker is, that's a very, very smart move.
Is a substitution for the Crimson.
Lamker hits both free throws, and he's 5 of 6 from the line in the game. 36-16. Maple Grove by 20. They'll be 21 at halftime. Got 12 and a half minutes to play here in the ball game. Shot not good by Bauer, and the board by Lamker.
Well, they missed that, John, but that was a great move, right? You got a good drive, aggressive shot. You got a good look from about 5 feet. That's exactly what you want.
Moline into Tice, but couldn't finish on the turnaround. Crimson not connecting on some of those plays that they usually make, especially here in the second half. A play like that, or the three-pointer, the outside shooting certainly is dropped off here early in the second half.
Yeah, you get the feeling, you know, and give Osseo a ton of credit for the effort that they've picked up, and But you get the feeling Maple Grove is missing, realistically could have another 16 to 20 points if they were being efficient offensively, making more free throws, making some of their perimeter shots. Autumn Mlinar is not going to miss 6, 7, 8 wide open threes in most games.
Schulte left open from 15. Back iron not good. Tice up and in on the rebound.
I'll tell you, I love how Katrina Tice has been playing. That second leading scorer at just over 15 points per game, and she's got great height at 5'10", those long arms, and I love how she gets it. She goes right back up. She's got very, very good footwork and good hands down low. Nice.
Baseline shot up and in for 2. That's Sierra Mack. Her first hoop tonight.
Yeah, that was Knutson with the penetration, drew the help defender and kicked it out, and Mack just knocks it down. Beautiful offense.
Lampker to Moline. On the block, Tice. Nice little pass to Lampker driving.
Tice got that great vision. We saw her with a couple of assists in the first half, and I think you give Lampker a lot of credit for cutting, not standing still, and nice vision too by Tice.
Tice got a hand on that one, forces this turnover. Maple Grove's got numbers. Schulte off to Tice, and 1.
I was about to say I thought Schulte over penetrated. They had a 4-on-2. She held the ball a little bit too long, but she set it up beautifully, and Katrina Tice just ran right to that block. So right there, I thought here she's taking it a little bit too long, and instead she was just setting her teammate up who got great position. And again, that quick catch, it keeps it high, finishes, and she's so strong. If you're gonna foul Katrina Tice, you gotta make sure she doesn't get that shot off.
Taya Hampton fouls out on that play. Had 4 points in the first half. And Tice finishes on the 3-point play. And Maple Grove will take a full timeout here. The 10.5 minutes to go. I think these last couple of possessions are getting the kind of baskets, the rhythm back, and the kind of shots and converting that they want to.
Well, it's 11-7 here in the second half. Maple Grove outscoring Osseo. So 11-7, that's reasonable, right? And it kind of goes back to what we were talking about with Coach Mouse. And I don't think anyone believes they're going to come back and win this game, but can they, you set goals at halftime. Can we score 20 points as an offense? Can we have 10 assists, whatever it might be, you got to have little tiny goals, and that's how you keep being positive and keep improving and keep getting better. If you just look at wins and losses, John, there's no way to cut it. It's not pretty.
And the regular season ends later this week. Osseo will finish up with a home game against Anoka on Friday. Maple Grove goes up to Elk River.
Do you think if Io Port was in town and played today that Osseo would be in this game?
It would be a closer game.
Yeah. I don't know why, but she was one of my all-time favorite girl players to watch play. She played so hard.
From this program, I thought Kiera Russell was as good as they had, or one of the best players we ever covered. She was terrific.
Well, great shooter, and just her athleticism. How many times would she just take a game over, score 10, 12 points in a row? And this has really been Osseo's offense this whole year, where they don't have that one person to go get a bucket. They got to move the ball. They got to get the defense out of position.
Mack with it. Now the Corona. Out between the circles. Bowers on her left. It's going to go inside. Quante gets blocked by Tice. Ball on the floor and recovered by Knutson. And a hand by Ali Hinsey breaks up that pass. Bounce pass into Quate.
Good defense.
In that timeout, did you kind of refocus your defense, you think? And just, okay, here's our goal for the next 3-4 minutes before I get somebody out of the game, or whoever's in the lineup.
Yeah, I just think you set a goal. I think, okay, they're at 18. That we can't let them get past 20 or 22. You know, and I'm sure Coach Cook is looking at the clock. Okay, we got this game won. Starters, you're going to get, another 4 minutes, and then you're out of here. Let's try to get this lead up to, 35, whatever it might be. And that's how you keep your team engaged, and that's kind of the goal setting.
Good outside shot, and Sierra Mack knocking it down. A couple of buckets for her here in the second half, the junior.
No, she's played well.
Moline's open, but passes instead. Now it's back out high. Moline gets it again. This time will line up, fire the three, and hit it.
That was not an easy shot. That was a good closeout defensively there, but Lauren Moline got a good look, squared up, and just knocked it down.
Her first basket tonight's got 4 points in all. That three won't go for Mack. Through the hands of Moline, had it knocked away, and it's Osseo basketball again. Corona. A drive on Lampker, kicks out the pass to the wing. To Mack. Left side, it's Heisler. Quate. Shot around the rim, not good, out of bounds. Still Osseo basketball.
Well, you see Brooke Heisler there, John, going after that offensive rebound. That's something they didn't do in the first half. And you can clearly tell that Coach Mouse has the effort level turned up here in the second half. I like how they're attacking and how they're playing hard. They're going after everything here in the second half.
Cutter Corona with nowhere to go with the shot and comes back out on the dribble. 46-20 under 8 minutes to play. Mack left baseline, hit one there a few minutes ago. Not this time. And an offensive rebound, and Heisler will go to the line for two as she's fouled by Paige Hinsey.
Yeah, she's got a number of offensive rebounds here in the second half. I think that was her second one on that possession alone. So she's been really all over the court here in the second half. And good for her. She got the rebound, didn't hesitate, went right into the contact, and going to get a couple of free throws out of it.
First one missed. Desmond Haynes back in for Osseo, and Molinar for Maple Grove. I think Molinar said, I got to score in the second half here. I haven't scored. Maybe not. In and out, and the rebound to Hinsey.
Nice box out by Paige there.
Here's Jordan Lampker. Puts it on the deck, penetrates back out. Molinar. Moline back to Lampker. She'll put up a three and hit.
Nice offense, and penetration, a kick, and that time I thought Jordan Lampker stepped into her shot. Really nice, had a good square up, got her legs underneath her and buried it. We've seen some of her power, underneath on some rebounds and getting to the free throw line. That time showing she can knock down that three-pointer really nicely as well.
Got a dozen points tonight for the Crimson. Quate picks up her dribble, and Hinsey knocking the ball away from Heisler.
The cut was there. Quate's got to see that about a second earlier. And that's where you got to get your head up and see that. I thought Heisler had a nice cut. If she would have been able to get that, she could have just turned and scored out of it.
Heisler trying to drive on Paige Hinsey. Back out with the pass to Klein. Turns away.
Nice
bounce pass into Quate. Shot not good. Heisler gathers herself up, scores, and is fouled.
And that Lauren Moline got her hands caught in the cookie jar there. It's tempting to want to slap down and reach at that, but that's where you just let the layup go or really foul her. But a nice pass to get into that pick and roll. And how about Brooke Heisler second half, just going after the offensive rebounds.
Makes the free throw. Maple Grove quickly back on the offensive. And now they'll bring it back out. Schulte, the Moline, the Molinar.
Well, and if you're Osseo, you've already outscored your total output for the first half already in the second half. So I think that's something you can build on and be proud of.
Hinsey had it knocked away. Steal for Osseo. Heisler, bounce pass out high to Haynes. Quate, a pass a little too far in front of her though, and Schulte ends up with it. Ahead to Moline,
nice
bounce pass behind Carroll, trying to go back to Moline and out of bounds off Quate. Tyler back into the game, Paige Hinsey out.
There's a timeout for Osseo.
And Osseo will take the timeout here. Reminder again, if you're watching live on the web on this Tuesday, boys basketball game to follow between Osseo and Maple Grove. Should be a good matchup. Osseo won the first time around, but I know they're missing one of their top players. Zach Tyson is out with an injury.
Yeah, and he's such a good shooter. And even when he doesn't shoot the ball, he's, defenses pay such close attention to him that it helps. It makes the game easier for everyone else. So that's going to be a big loss, in this rivalry. Maple Grove, I still think Nick Schroeder's having the year of his life, just being able to really coach. He lost so much talent off of that team, from last year. And Taiwan Pickford, who's doing great at Northern Iowa, and Brad Davison, of course, at Wisconsin, playing the Gophers last night. And
it's like he and Ethan Happen, they don't have much else. Kind of like the Gophers don't have much other than Murphy and Mason right now, right?
Well, it was good to see Brad have 19 points and play well.
He's had success, a lot of success for teams had a tough year on a very un-Badger-like year, but
they're also playing a bunch of freshmen and some young guys, and that'll pay dividends, whether later on in this year or in the next couple of years.
Back out of the timeout as we're under 6.5 minutes to go. Moline, this three won't go, and Molinar undercut at under the basket.
Well, that was a great effort by Molinar. I thought that was just a heck of a box out. I don't know what the foul would be. They're going to get Klein on the box out. I just thought she was doing a really nice job of continuing her box out.
Yeah, I think Craig Moss agreed with you. Didn't think that was much of a foul, but it is called there on Klein. It's her fourth. Moline inbounding, and Molinar has got her first points of the second half, and a dozen in the game now.
Yeah, that was a really nice out-of-bounds play. It looked like Molinar was coming out to the three-point line, and she just circled and came right back to the rim. It was really nice.
Haynes, whistle in to get a foul on Tyler. Osseo not in the bonus yet. That's the 15th foul on Maple Grove.
That's his second personal 15 foul. Corona number 20 and Knudsen 15 for Osseo.
Inbound here for Corona. Cut back three, not good for Klein.
Guess who?
Heisler another offensive rebound. Corona
nice
into the hands of Haynes. That won't go, and here come the Crimson. Moline ahead to Molinar. Carroll
nice
finds Tyler. Can't finish.
That was a great pass, and that's a shot I'm sure that Crimson would want back.
Heisler, and it's fouled by Tyler.
Heisler's basically taken over here in the second half. He's been very, very active.
Third personal for Rebecca, 16 foul. Heisler is at the line.
First foul shot up and off for Heisler.
Now number 3 for the Orioles from Minneapolis, it's Trina
Tyson Lamker back in. Moline out and Carroll out. Heisler short on the second, and Tice rebounds. Schulte into the front court, down to Lamker. Tyler whips it down to Tice. Turnaround, not good. Molinar crashes the board and scores.
Well, and that's what great players and great scorers do. They're not hitting their outside shots. They find other ways to get involved. That time she just crashed the offensive rebound. I thought that was a nice entry down low into Tice, and she missed an easy one, but a great job by Molinar just crashing the glass and finishing. She had a tough angle too. She was almost underneath the backboard. That was not an easy layup.
Lamker almost had the steal. Ball all over the place. Finally, Tyler gets it to Tice. Now Abby Schulte. Tyler, Lamker thought about the three, puts it on the deck, gives it back out on the pass. Tyler looking inside, now feeds Tice above the block.
Nice
the Molinar for the reverse.
Nice look. Great passing ability by Katrina Tice. She's got a number of assists out of that post position, but a nice cut by Molinar and a little Michael Jordan scoop from the other side of the basket. Nice reverse layup. Beautiful offense.
That was as nice a basket they've had all night, maybe.
No, it was beautiful basketball. That ball moved. Guys were cutting. Tice posted up hard, and they've got to pay attention to her. And Molinar, rather than staying put at the three-point line, says, hey, I'm maybe not hitting my jumpers like I normally do. How else can I get to the basket? She cuts, and then just a beautiful right-hand reverse on the left side. Great offense.
30-second timeout here for Osseo. Maple Grove will go to 20-5 on the season.
That's a pretty good, successful season, right? You get to 20 wins in the high school basketball. That's a great season. And Mark Cook, one of the nicest guys too. One of the nicest coaches that we get a chance to work with, and fun doing his games, and always fun to do this doubleheader here. You can see the crowd starting to build, and great for these girls to get a chance to play in front of a lot of people.
Abby Schulte hands it off. Becca Tyler, they go back into Tice, turns and scores. Has missed finishing on a couple of those in the first half, but able to connect here.
Well, they're going 4 round 1 with Tice being the one.
Heisler's shot not good. Rebound by Tyler. Now to Lamker.
You can see four girls around the perimeter, and right now they got all 5 of them, and Tice is going to get to that block where she's been very, very unguardable. Hasn't scored a ton from the post position, but either gets a basket or gets a nice assist. Girls are cutting off of her. They're using her kind of like that point forward, and she's made great decisions.
Fouls on Heisler. That's her 5th. She doesn't want to leave, but the rules of the game will dictate that she will have to come out. And Quate back in.
That's the 17th foul now.
17th foul on the Orioles, so 1-1 for Tice.
Well, not that it's going to impact the outcome of the game, but Brooke Heisler had a phenomenal second half. She really played hard. Only has 6 points total, 4 in the second half, but I bet she got 6 offensive rebounds alone in the second half, and just her effort level was phenomenal. She should be very proud of how she played.
For Maple Grove, Hallie Barnack, number 12 into the game. Allie Hinsey back in. Lauren Moline is in. Again, Tice to the line here for a 1-and-1.
Oh, she's right at her season average of 15.
Second one also good. Carroll in and Tice out. Here's Corona. Off to Knudsen. Maggie Bauer. Kelly Klingman is number 42 in. Oh, excuse me, that's 40. That's Isabel Cronin in for Osseo. Now it's into the hands of Paige Hinsey. Allie Hinsey to Moline. Bob down low, and there's Paige Hinsey. Great pass and a great cut by Hinsey to score her first basket.
Well, Lauren Moline led her perfectly, and Hinsey did a nice job of hanging on to that ball and somehow able to catch, keep her balance, turn, and a nice strong finish for the senior.
Corona's pass gets tipped. And Moline into the front court. Skip pass across. Paige Hinsey. Ronick now. It's Allie Hinsey with it. And that pass out of bounds.
That's sister to sister right there.
She looked at her sister like, where is that ball going?
That's one of those tonight when they're at home. They're going to be like, what were you doing on that play? That's your fault.
Kelly Klontz in. Hope Hutchison in for Maple Grove. Trying to catch all the substitutions here. Natalie Hansen in. Alexis Jones. And Morgan Thielen also in for Maple Grove. Adriana Richardson is number 12 for Osseo. That's Cronin with it.
To Azama, she's only an 8th grader.
And Flo to Azama. 5, 6, 8th graders, number 43.
Great experience for her. Well, we saw an 8th grader for the Wayzata boys team the other night too, and I thought he had a really nice game. You're seeing more and more of these younger kids getting a chance to compete at this level, which is remarkable.
Hansen ties up Richardson. Maple Grove will get Izzy Izzy Brandt, number 23 in, along with Ashley Denninger, number 30. Sophia Corman, 42 in. Corman's got it now. And that is the end of the game. There's running time at the end with the margin over 35, and the Crimson lead pretty much from, or they do lead from start to finish. And they win it big, 61-23.
Well, I think if you're Osseo, you just take away the effort in that second half. If they could have started the game with that kind of effort, I think it would have been a more competitive game. And if you're Mark Cook, I think you got exactly what you wanted. You won handily. You didn't shoot the ball that great, but you had great balance. A lot of girls scored and contributed, and they played physical and really just dominated this game from start to finish, kind of like how we thought it might go.
Maple Grove will have undoubtedly a home playoff game sometime next week after we find out what the section seedings are this week. But again, they'll close out the regular season Friday at Elk River. Osseo at home against Anoka, and then they'll go on the road for the quarterfinals of the Section 5 for a tournament and wrap up what has been a difficult year as far as wins and losses for the Orioles. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Our post game in a moment. Osseo Maple Grove girls basketball finishing up here at Maple Grove High School after this.
Love is love.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Maple Grove 61, Osseo 23. Let's go down to the sideline. Allie Alt standing by with 2 winning Crimson players.
Yeah, guys, I have Abby Schulte and Katrina Tice here. We're going to start with Abby. Abby, this game, you kind of came into this one knowing you guys had the advantage. How were you able to keep that focus to put this one away?
You know, it was a big rivalry, and we had a lot of intensity in practice, a lot of energy. Playing as a team, we're winning, and so I think just keeping the streak going and having a lot of energy really helped us in this game.
What are some of the contributing factors to this being this team being so dominant so far?
I think we all just work really well together. We have a lot of key pieces like Katrina and Autumn and everything, and we can score on our own, but we're best when we play as a team.
How's this team feeling as you guys round out the regular season?
Going great. We just want to keep on our roll and keep winning games, playing as a team, yeah.
Congrats on a great performance tonight. We'll bring in Katrina here. Katrina, you're a senior. 4 years you've known this rivalry. How fun was it for you to kind of cap this off with a sweep in your senior season?
It was amazing because in most previous years it's kind of been a battle. So I feel like this year we really took it away.
1 game left in the regular season happens for you on Friday. What are you thinking about as this season as you guys round it out and try to head into a really strong section playoff?
I'm more trying to stay like positive and keep all the energy like high and keeping everyone's like main focus on doing the best we can, giving it our all every single time.
What's one of your favorite parts about this team?
I love that we're all such good friends on and off the court. Like, we just have such good chemistry. It's a lot different than lots of teams I've been on.
Congrats on taking this rivalry and finishing out your senior season with a win. Thank you. Guys.
All right, thanks very much, Allie, and that'll do it for our telecast tonight. For Ryan Iverson and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Maple Grove with their 20th win of the season. They win it at home tonight over Osseo, 61-23.